UTIs, chronic pain, can sometimes be related to unresolved trauma or festering wounds, emotional pain in the body, including sexual trauma. Today, we're going to explore how these emotions can cause physical symptoms and how healing them with hypnosis can set you free. Hey, beautiful human, and welcome to another episode of Effective Immediately. I am Wiener McGregor, and this is the show where we talk about mindset, healthy emotions, abundance, and leadership, and I give you a mindset shift that you can make effective immediately. All right, today we are talking part 3 of the physical symptoms of emotional pain and how we can heal them. And this one is very near and dear to my heart because I do help people heal trauma, particularly sexual trauma. And so we're going to take this very tenderly, and I want you to explore this without judgment, as always. Think about it from a high level. If this is anything that you have ever experienced, you don't need to think about the events, but I just want you to think about and consider from a high level how this may serve you. Okay, sometimes even just changing our outlook about different events, different experiences that our body is having, different symptoms, can help release them. Sometimes the acknowledgement is simply the thing that will help release them. Okay, so one of the things that is often related to that kind of trauma, and that's how I'm going to refer to it going forward today, is with things that are happening in the body, such as UTIs, chronic pain, vaginal pain, irritation, and other things that can happen in that area. Okay? Often UTIs are related to anger that has not been resolved, frustration, and sometimes they can be related to that kind of guilt or trauma that I was referencing earlier. The area of of the body is so sensitive, and when it is injured, hurt, betrayed, it will tighten up. It will try to protect itself. Okay? So it will hold on to emotion. It will hold on to feelings. And sometimes UTIs and related things can be related to the pain of the previous experiences. And it may be one event that happened that felt like it should have no impact on your life whatsoever because it was just a few moments, or it could be a symptom of a collection of events that happened. And so just as an experience to share, this word is kind of crass, but the feeling of feeling pissed, angry, frustrated can be related to having a UTI. Just take that in for a moment. Our body is very, very literal. Our body will hold on to things, will create pain where some part of it was injured or hurt. So I have worked with thousands of women regarding different kinds of trauma, this kind of trauma, and there have been many different experiences that they've had where they would not feel comfortable having a relationship, so their body would turn on a digestive issue. They would have ongoing pain in that area simply to help them avoid intimacy. No physical reason, no medical or biological reason for that to be happening other than their body is holding on to the pain. So this is a very tender area, of course. So I want to walk through this very tenderly and very lovingly, because if you have ever experienced any of this, you may know what it's related to. You may not have realized the connection, especially if it was something that happened long ago. And that's okay. This is for you to explore with curiosity and to start communicating with your body. That is our effective immediately moment of the week this week, is to start communicating in a different way with your body. Okay, so emotional buildup in the body, the bladder area, the feelings of anger, frustration, guilt, or shame can also build up in that area. And it will feel like an inner festering of emotion to the body. And it will create that as a result, as a physical manifestation of that pain. Anger can also be built up in our kidneys and even create kidney stones. Isn't that fascinating to know that our body is listening to everything that we do, is paying attention to everything that we do? When we hold on to emotion, it will create a physical manifestation of that emotion. Because as we know, as I talk about all the time, we do not think our emotions, we feel them through our body. And when we stop ourselves from feeling them, the emotion builds up in our body. So even if that is something that you have experienced, I want you to be really loving with yourself. Put your hand on your heart. Just put your hand on your heart and give your body some love. Whether it's this kind of hurt, whether it's this kind of pain or not, I just want you to be really loving with yourself. Everyone has been through trauma. Everyone has experienced different kinds of trauma. Not everyone has experienced this kind of trauma and that we're referencing today. And not everyone has these kind of symptoms because of that trauma. But I want you to be really loving with yourself, because if you're listening, there is a part of you that wants to be better, right? There's a part of you that wants to release these things that hold you down, hold you back, keep you frozen, keep you stalled, so that you can move forward, so that you can have the life of your dreams, the business of your dreams, make the impact of your dreams. So even if it's not particularly this kind of trauma or this kind of feeling, I want you to start communicating with your body in a different way. Everything gets to be better and different here today. Okay. As you are communicating with your body, put your hand on your heart. Talk to her. Talk to him. Talk to them and say, I appreciate you communicating with me in this way. Sometimes we have a pain and we're not sure where it's coming from. Our body can hold on to all different kinds of pain and grief and shame and doubt and blame and all of that. And if it is not expressed, if it is not processed, there can become pain holding places for tension. Why do I always have this knot in this particular place in my back? Why do I always have this pain in my leg this way? And for no biological reason, no medical reason. So give yourself some grace here. Give yourself some love here and just simply acknowledge, okay? The kind of trauma that we're talking about can manifest in the body with chronic pain. It can manifest in the body with UTIs or discomfort. It can manifest as muscle spasms in our vaginal area. It can manifest as dryness. It can manifest as the inability to have an orgasm. And this is true for men and women. I've worked with both on this particular issue. Hypnosis provides a safe and supportive way for people to process emotion and release the trauma. Trauma is how we feel about the experience. Trauma is the feeling that gets stuck in the body when there is an experience. Because the experience is painful, we experience it as painful. We maybe don't process the emotions fully because we are interested in survival, getting through the event, trying to be okay, and it prevents us from fully processing all of the emotion. So the pain, the emotion can get stuck in the body and create pain. It's amazing how our whole body is a system of communication about our emotions. So give yourself a breath. Once again, approaching this with curiosity and recognizing that there may have been ways when you have moments when you have felt these kinds of feelings and have wondered, what is wrong with me? Why is my body cooperating? And here's the opportunity for you to communicate with your body with extreme love and curiosity. Hand on your heart once again. Excuse me. Hand on your heart once again. Thank you for communicating with me. Please guide me and tell me what feeling is associated with this pain that I'm feeling, with this irritation that I'm feeling, with this frustration that I'm feeling. Your body will guide you. I will tell you an experience that I had personally when my dog passed away a couple of years ago. I thought I made the right decision for her. I did the best thing. We made it the most powerful, beautiful, loving experience that we could have. Joel and I were there together with her, and it was loving, and we knew we were making the right decision for her, even though it was going to be painful for us. And because I thought we did the right thing, I had kind of shut off my grief. I had stopped myself from a lot of crying because I knew that we had done the right thing. And I was so grateful to have Joel there with me. And I was so grateful for the years that I had had with Lucy that I hadn't fully processed the grief of it, because I was grateful that we could take care of her the way that we did. And I had gone back and forth feeling a feeling of, I didn't want to let her down, but I also didn't want her to suffer. So we made the decision to help her go peacefully. And I felt such peace from that experience that I didn't fully process the grief. About a week later, after she passed away, I had these intense muscle spasms in my legs. It would stop me when I was walking. And it was in my upper leg, just this gripping pain feeling. And it went on for about a day and a half. And I started to communicate with myself. I put my hand on my heart and I asked my body, what is this about? And part of me, because I've been doing this work for a million years, already knew that it was about Lucy. And I was lying in bed, Joel was there, and we were getting ready to go to sleep. And I said, I know I need to cry. I know I need to feel and release this pain so that I can release this emotional pain so I can release this physical pain from my body. And Lucy and I were together for 14 years. She was my baby. She was my best friend. She was my baby. She was my protector. She was everything. And I cried and cried and cried, feelings, a cry that I had never cried before. And as I did, my body relaxed. This is the experience that lots of my clients have too, that when we cry, we release the pain. Crying is the fastest way to release emotional pain. It sucks. Nobody wants to cry. Nobody comes to the session and says, okay, I'm ready to cry today. They usually say, oh, I shouldn't have done my makeup. Or, oh my gosh, I don't want to cry today. Or, please don't make me cry today. But they also know the power of taking that time, working with the subconscious mind and releasing the emotion. So you can guess what happened, right? In just a few minutes, that pain was gone from my body, and it was gone for good. I've never felt it since. It's been 2 years just the other day since Lucy passed, and I've not felt that feeling again. That was my body talking to me and telling me that in order to move forward, I really, really needed to feel my feelings and honor my relationship with the experience, honor my relationship with Lucy, honor my relationship with myself and my heart to move forward. Okay, so Crying is the tool. Crying during hypnosis is a very, very powerful tool that helps to release this trauma. Feeling and acknowledging the pain of the experiences helps move that energy so quickly. In just a matter of minutes, old traumas can be released. I'm talking, people have said to me, Rebecca, I've worked on this in therapy for 20 years and it didn't move. And within a couple of sessions with you, that experience has been neutralized in my body. That is the power of your amazing brain, body, spirit, and heart working together. Okay, so I want to touch on a couple of different things here. One thing that I want to touch on is how warts, this might sound wild, right? Warts can be linked to guilt, shame, or self-punishment. And there are beautiful books by Louise Hay called Heal Your Body that give lots of emotional reasons for physical pain. And I use that often within my work to help find the root of the pain, to find what's connected to it. And almost every time, right away, within a couple of moments of making these connections, my clients say, oh, that makes complete sense. Oh, that definitely makes sense. Oh, wow, I didn't even think that that would work into this process. I didn't know I could release that kind of pain. So often when someone comes to me and we're talking about what their goals are, what is going on right now and what they want to achieve, I will ask them about their physical body and what kind of discomfort or pain or issues they've had in their body. And that will give us a lot of information to help us heal, so we can heal the emotion, get unstuck, get unfrozen, and be able to take action and achieve goals and attract beautiful things into our lives. Okay, so the cool thing about warts, yes, and there's a cool thing about warts. When we use the mind-body connection, when we use the subconscious mind, we can actually help the subconscious mind heal the body and heal warts. I've worked with dozens of clients who came in with warts on the palms of their hands, the outside of their hands, their fingers, males, females, everybody has dealt with who has dealt with this kind of situation that has come to see me. And after 1 or 2 sessions, after the first session, the warts are dissolving. Usually after 2 or 3 sessions, they are completely gone. That's the power of your mind. That is one of the reasons that I wanted to do this series, because some people have probably known someone in their life, we'll just use warts as an example, who have felt the pain or the shame of having warts and covered their hands. Maybe that you've known someone who has like frozen them over and over and over again, or tried to do lots of different things and they wouldn't go away. The mind can actually help the body dissolve them and keep them from coming back. That is how powerful your mind is. So imagine using that same inner guidance, that same inner intelligence that can dissolve a wart on an emotional barrier in your life, a limiting belief that you have, or some thought that you have that keeps you from achieving the goals that you want. Something that impacts the way that you believe you are worthy. Something in your life that says, okay, success like that isn't for me. Or something in your life that has resulted in a belief that says, success just isn't meant for me. I'm not that kind of person. I can't really have what I want. I can't have it as good as I want. Maybe it's so good already that I'm not allowed to ask for anything more. Yeah, take that in for a moment. I felt like somebody really needed to recognize that. So what's powerful here is the same mind that can dissolve a wart on your hands can help release old beliefs, old stories, and heal old trauma that have kept you from that next level of success, that next level of income, have kept you stuck in a state of chronic pain, chronic discomfort? Why do I always get these headaches in the same spot in my head? Why do I always have these gripping headaches that come up from my neck and over the top of my head? Why do I always have this level of tension in my chest? Why does my stomach always seem upset? I've done all the medications, I've done all the diets. Why is my stomach still hurting? If there is no medical reason, and even sometimes when there is, we can release these physical pains, physical discomfort, and help you be set free from these pains that you've carried for years and years. Honesty, openness, and going all in on the process is really powerful. And that's the kind of people that I work with. The people who are ready to be really authentic, really step into their power, and to acknowledge the things that have happened, the moments that needed healing, and to know that feeling their feelings, honoring those feelings, and allowing themselves to move forward is what is going to get them into this next level of their life. The next level of believing that they are worthy of it. The next level of, yes, joy and success are for me too. Yes, I am worthy of the things that I desire. Yes, I can open my heart to receive these things that maybe I have been blocking in the past without even realizing it. This is why I love my work so much, because we get to heal these old emotional patterns. We get to release old trauma that has caused years, decades of discomfort, decades of feelings, decades of wondering what is wrong with me, decades of wondering why am I like this, and stepping into feelings of, oh my gosh, I didn't know I could feel this good. Stepping into, I didn't know how bad I felt until I noticed how good I'm feeling. Stepping into, oh my gosh, I can't believe that this is how good I can feel simply by talking about these things with my eyes closed. Stepping into, this is the life that I want to live now, and getting to choose it. Getting to choose to feel good. Getting to choose to have more joy. Getting to choose to have more connection. Getting to choose to have more love and trust. Getting to choose to have more joy, more orgasms, more income, whatever your goal is. That is the power of healing these old patterns with hypnosis. All right, so coming back to your effective immediately moment of the week, putting your hand on your heart, talking to your body. What is it that I need? What is it that you're trying to tell me? Just opening this communication with your body and recognizing you have more power to communicate with your body and to shift how it is feeling than you ever thought possible. And when you put your hand on your heart and you ask the question and you don't get an answer right away, do not stop. Take a breath and listen more closely. It might come as a symbol. It might come as a thought, a feeling, a knowing. You can receive the information in many different ways, but keep asking. Sometimes our body doesn't recognize, after years of not communicating with it, that you're starting to communicate. Sometimes our body needs a little bit of time to know and trust the process. So please communicate with your body. Please feel free to reach out with any questions. If you are ready to take yourself into a healed, loving, expanded to open to receiving place so that you can reach your next levels of love, joy, and income and impact, please reach out for a consultation. You can go to callwithrebecca.com, or you can find out more information at rebeccawiener.com. All right, have a beautiful week. Take wonderful care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.